Alright, on to unit 2.5, which is absolute value equations. We've already sort of been introduced to the concept of absolute value, but now we're going to take it a step further and add in some variables, right? To use our understanding of absolute value in order to find the missing value. Okay, so make sure the absolute value expression is isolated, is your first step. Make sure it is isolated. Right? You can't, because it has variables, if there's stuff outside of the absolute value symbols, you have to get rid of that first. Right? Because technically we're not solving equations, we're solving for the missing variables. So basically we're doing everything backwards. Okay? I'll show you what I mean. Set the inside equal to both the positive and negative number from the other side of the equation. Right? Because if it's the absolute value of something, technically inside the absolute value bars, x could be 2 or negative 2. I know. 3, solve both equations. You're going to end up with 2 possible answers. That's the point of an absolute value equation. You're going to end up with the positive and negative answers. You're going to end up with 2 possible answers. Right? And then lastly, write your answer as a solution set. Like a set of something, right? 2 somethings, right? X could either be like the value or the negative value, A or negative A, right? So, let's see what this looks like in reality. Alright, same instructions. Solve each equation, write your answers as a solution set. So step 1 is to make sure the absolute value is isolated. There is nothing in front of the absolute value bars, and there's nothing after the absolute value bars. That's what it means to be isolated. Then you just set the variable, the inside, equal to the positive version and the negative version of the answer. That's it. You set it to the positive and the negative. But remember, it said to write it as a solution set, which would be either 2 or negative 2. Those are your possible answers. This is called a solution set. This is what x could be. It could be 2, and you would get 2. It could be negative 2, and you would get 2. 2 possible answers. Alright, so again, set it equal to the positive and negative answer. So if it's 14, you're going to set it equal to 14 and negative 14. So our solution set is 14 and negative 14. It's not always going to be that easy. Right? It's not always going to be the same number, just positive and negative. Just wait. Just wait. Alright? Same thing. Set 5z equal to 40 and negative 40. Then solve. Z could be 8. Or z could be negative 8. Write it as a solution set. Good luck learning how to write that little symbol. If you're an artist, it'll probably come to you immediately, but for me it took forever. Set the inside, there's nothing in front of it and there's nothing behind it, so set the inside equal to the positive and the negative. Then solve. A could be negative 4. A could be positive 4. Oh, that didn't look right. Negative 4 and positive 4. Still not great, but we're making progress. We're making progress. Alright. We're still isolated, so we can skip the first step still. D plus 1 equals 8, and D plus 1 equals negative 8. Minus 1, D could be 7, minus 1, and D could be negative 9. Oh, now we're getting to the point where the answer is not always identical. So it could be 7 or negative 9. All right. W minus 3 is equal to 4. W minus 3 is equal to negative 4. Add 3. Inverse property. W could be 7. Or W could be negative 1. This one looks like a dude's face with his tongue sitting out. I don't know. I never said I was an artist. Don't judge me. Alright. We're still isolated, so we can still skip step 1. I will give you 2 examples. 2 or 3 examples where they're not isolated, just so you can get an idea of what that would look like. Alright, 4n plus 2 equals negative 34, minus 2, 4n equals 32, 4n could be 8, 4n equals negative 36, or n could be negative 9. Remember, if you don't remember your division, 36 divided by 4, ask yourself, 4 times what is 36? If you know your multiplication, you know your division, right? 8 or negative 9. Negative 2b minus 5 equals 17. Negative 2b minus 5 equals negative 17. Inverse. Negative 2b equals 22. Inverse. b equals negative 11. Negative 12. B could equal 6. So it's either negative 11 or 6. That's your solution set, your possible answers. 2 possible answers. And I think I don't have it on the next page. Do I? Oh, I might.